Johnson and the party and our Vice President-elect, Senator Jeremiah Key. Before on behalf of the party and the Godfather of Lima, I want to sincerely invite you here at the home and premises of Senator Johnson. Today is a major press conference. Senator Johnson will be discussing some of the trending national issues. Subsequently, he will discuss among them the recent appointment by the President of Musa Dean, the Justice Minister, and the nominee designated as Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Senator Johnson, welcome to the Liberian media.
Let me stand. Okay. Good morning to all of you, members of the press. I call you here this morning because of important issues that bother me. And I think also it bothers the nation. People have been talking on talk shows about recent appointments or nominations made by Mr. President, President George Weah. While it is true he has a constitutional power, a right to do or to make nominations, I think it's untimely. The man he wants to replace, Associate Justice Joseph Nagbe, who is now well and is currently in Ghana. He's been there pretty close to a year. He did not see a fit to replace him ever since. But decided to do it now since the man has written and he can any longer make it. And he wants to retire. I think this is why he's made a nomination. But Mr. Weah did come out with an executive order putting a moratorium on nominations, appointments, and other government activities. That everything should come to a standstill in this transition period. While that is most welcome, because that's the same thing in 2017 Ellen did. But she did it much earlier. That at this time, when the transition was put together, the CDC government continued to make more employment in all sectors of government, preparing for confusion in the future so that when the new government comes to power after inauguration and they saw that the payroll is overpacked, many thousand people are being added, and that there is a need to have a reduction. Then they will come out and say, oh, the man is witch hunting. You see, he put our people down. That is the kind of situation this CDC-led government is preparing for. However, he had nominated Musa Dean to be Associate Justice. Musa Dean is my good friend. We normally communicate. He called me out, I think yesterday, on my phone, you can see. He said to me, you know, my name has been nominated for this high post, and I need your support. And I said to him, Mr. Dean, there are discussions going on among senators, there are discussions going on among Liberians. And what we all are discussing, let me tell you some of it. First, I'm not in support of your nomination. I said, let me ask you something. Who is the Chief Security Officer of the Republic of Liberia? He paused. I said, is you right? He said, yes. I said, okay, as the Chief Security Officer of the Republic, Once upon a time, you came to the Senate. You were invited for something else. But I took the occasion to ask you about Gifted Lama and her co-worker on Broad Street who were found dead in a car. I said to you, Mr. Dean, you are the security chief of the republic. Do you really believe? I said, look at me, among my colleagues, the senators. Do you really believe that Gifted Lama, a married woman, a devout Christian, her workmate, who also married, left his wife home, Gifted left her husband home, they were called by someone who seemed to be from the office, from their office, LRA office, to bring their computer to review some documents. Do you believe that they were found sexing in the car? For carbon monoxide, please lower your phone. For carbon monoxide to kill them, according to you and Mr. Weah and others. Since that time, there have been no investigative document. Nothing has been said about those people. It's done. Do you believe? You did not answer me when you appeared before the Senate. So I'm asking you again. Do you believe that Gifted Lama and her co-worker were having sex in the car? That's one. Two, what happened to Yonsua? What happened to Ines? What happened to Princess Copper, who was found dead, bleeding in Fawaz compound, here, Liberia Junction? What have you said about them, Mr. Chief of Security? Just a minister. Have you arrested some culprits? Then I said to him, I know. Yes, I know. If the higher up and the collaborator were not involved, corporate would have been arrested. But they concealed everything, forgetting to know that it will come out. How do you feel about those people there? You have said nothing. Our lives, our properties are in your care as the Chief Security Officer of the Republic. Yet you have said nothing. Since those horrible incidences, you have not said anything. Then they're taking you from Justice Ministry that you administer the affairs of justice or something that's so questionable to transfer you to Supreme Court. It seems to me, Mr. Justice Minister, that there is a cover-up that has been playing to protect themselves. It's untimely. Few more weeks, you'll be out, completely out. Why don't you leave that with the new government to do the appointment or the nomination? So I said, this is what we are discussing. Some of us in the Senate. In the Senate, there is no CDC, there is no MDR, there is no UP. We are there for the Republic of Liberia. But those who will come out to say, I'm with CDC, I'm going to protect CDC interest, then the Liberian people will turn against you. I said, now I see why every 9 years they kick people out on the Senate. Every 9 years, because we see interest in the affairs of what government does than the interest for which our people send us. So, Mr. Dean, I'm not with you. That was a conversation yesterday. So I thought to call you to let my colleagues know that Liberians are watching you. Justice Minister. They want to kill us in Zwale. Anthony Jabate. He has a Madingo father, but brought up a Kwampa. He's not a biological son. He was employed by Madam Salif because the company, and he was left behind in the office of Mr. Weah. Mr. Weah brought him closer. He became a sedition, and they asked him, they planned this together. Our Weah, our Koji, our Nangbe, they planned it together to assassinate me and Jeremiah Kong. So they chose Zwale as a place to kill us. It's in the text that this mentioned to me. Anthony, if you enter this town you will die. And the blood of the Israeli people will be on your hand. Of course, why would it be on our hand? I will be there. But you say you will kill us. So they asked the town dwellers to leave the town. And they brought into the town many seditions. With silver barrel shotguns, and Anthony Jabata Kwampa had 38 pistols on his side with short trousers. So we sent a text to Musa Day. We informed him about the plot, but we must go to the town because there can be time. You can't stop us. We are sending it on the county. We told Musa Day, we forwarded the text. Then he sent us additional reinforcement. Because ordinarily I had 2 police assigned from the day Dua Taylor ordered people to disturb my church, the Church of God, where the Lord sent me to a minister there. So the police came with a piccolo with arms. We were confident. We were very relaxed now. The police have been added. I got 2, Jeremiah Kuhn, the now elected vice president, got 3 police. So they brought another 5, I guess. So they were well armed. Not to fight, but they could prevent a thing. Or arrest us on the people. They did not. They were in front of us with the ambulance. And by the time they entered the time passed, we were just at the back of them. As soon as we enter, pow, 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 pow. Ooh, start choking rock, choking us, busting car windshields, shooting people, people dropping. We have so much manpower. You know that. You know that in my country. You fight all in our country, you will never live. But we'll defend and kick you and say where you want to send us. But you see, in my country, in our country, we are the leaders. We are the fathers of the country. We cannot be fighting our own foot and we say we are heroes. When you fight your own foot, you get hurt. Our people did not let us to turn to them and fight them when they wrong us. So we decided to take all the infractions, wounded people, with guns, with sticks, with rocks. We show all the evidences to the police. The broken car, we share everything. People bust, they hit people on the head, the blood. The police took it. We told Mr. Musa Din. The police also reported to him. The police didn't want to be part of the conflict. They left away from the town, removed their magazines, and put it in the pocket. They didn't want to be implicated. So since that matter was reported to Musa Din, we never heard anything. What is happening to Anthony Kwampa is alive. In fact, they assigned him police escort. He's moving around. So while we're going through our lawyer to take the legal steps, then I received a call from Musa Din one morning to forgive Anthony. How? That the chief of security of the land begging for someone who carried gangster to kill us. You begging me to forgive? I said, don't worry, Minister, I forgive. Because the Lord God said, forgive those who transgress against you. Or the Lord himself will not hear you. That is the human side. That is the spiritual side. But the legal side of it, you should be pursuing the Mr. Justice Minister, not to be asking me to cover up by forgiving. So that is why I call you PYJ, the Senator of Nima County. The number 3 defender of the rescue mission. I appeal to my colleagues, the Liberian Senate. It can be CDC, it can be independent, whatever they may say to you. It's too late to appoint to nominate now. Let the nomination be for the next government. I was so glad yesterday, so happy. For the Senate, they didn't take much time. The Senate committee room, all matters that are sent to committee room, they got time attachment. This one yesterday, no time attachment. I'm happy and I hope it will remain in the committee room and be there until after the inauguration. Thank you.
So I think I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy.
Yeah, Senator. My name is Samuel Kamu. Work for Front Page. There are people following your interview right now. So I would like you to be very succinct and clear about why you won't support Musa Dean as justice on the.
I just told you in my expose, I told you Musa Dean, for me, I object it now and I will object it. She will come on the floor because 2 many deaths have occurred on his watch. The 3 missing boys, the parents peacefully demonstrated with placard before St. Moses funeral home. He sent police to tear gas and arrested the boy father, handcuffed him and put him in the car with his mother. I'm saying to you, Musa Dean, he knows that on Broad Street, you got brothel, you got motel, you got hotel. And that gave to Lama. If she wants sex another man to betray her husband, is not in the town on Broad Street. We went there, when I heard it I saw on the Facebook, I drove there. To see Sam were in the car. So what is Sam on Broad Street here? Sam were in the car. It means something may have happened on the beach and they drove them there. He did nothing. He had not said anything about it. He has not addressed the nation.
Just a follow up, sir.
Now one reason I say he shouldn't be.
Okay. Just okay.
Another one, what happened to Joshua? They say he jumped through the window. He drove a car. You know, it happened when they dedicated the Omega market. I guess it was by that time. Wherever he was, he drove his car home. He was driving, he knocked another car. He didn't make an accident. Now in the man's own house, he said he jumped through the window and died. But the window they said he jumped from was not where he was from. He was from another side of the house window. And when you jump and bust your head, the blood will flash. It was not the case that people saw. They just put in one place. Where they put in is where the blood was draining from your head. But he had not said anything to the contrary. What the investigation, the document. As the Justice Minister addressed the country on the death of these things, the material death, he had not said anything. To me, it's a cover up. And so when you send a cover up man, boss, to Supreme Court, we're going to go be auditing. A lot of people will come. You will be there to cover up. It's in their interest they are sending him. His ministry needs to be audited. Why are they moving now? He needs to stay there to face the auditors. Why are they sending some, what do you call it? What do you call it, Samura? What do you call it? All the financial dirty deal that took place in the finance, all the massive corruption, massive stealing, 25 million, that million, this million. He knows about it all. Then you take the man and send him to the main place where they're generating the money, right? You think that bring post to bed? Nima post sent me here to be rebossed now. If I was cool before now. Thank you.
Yeah,
and your answer.
Yes, sir.
And the answer to your question,
Yeah, exactly.
why he should not be.
Yes, sir, exactly. So just a follow up. You spoke about it like briefly, but I want you to be more clearer. Why do you think President Weah will want to appoint people on the bench of the Supreme Court at this point when he's leaving the presidency?
I will be so happy. Oh, you president, if I were.
Front page.
You see, Front Page Africa is the big news organ in the Republic. I'll be happy for you to find a way to meet with him. Why did he declare a moratorium? No appointment, no nomination, no nothing, no spending. Then he come again and say the Constitution surpasses that of the executive order. Therefore, he is appointing. Why? Ask him why. It's a double game. You know the Constitution is the final arbiter of justice.
So are you accusing of double standard?
You declare executive order, then you go appoint. Then you say the Constitution is more than the executive order. So it is within the framework of the Constitution I'm working. That's why you see, that's what Musa told me. I confronted Musa, I said, but there's an executive order not to do any nomination or spend government money. Why has he nominated you? He said, but the Constitution is higher. I said, oh, higher? Then why you didn't suspend forget about the executive order and just go straight by the Constitution and nominate?
Aaron from Spoon.
So that was start again. And they think that I'm going to be, you know.
Yes, Senator. My name is Aaron Kuban, and I report for Spoon TV. Senator, you spoke about the issue about the Senate. We all know that this is before the Liberian Senate, and the communication came on the floor, was sent to the committee. But are you confident that your colleague will not allow this to pass? Because we've seen several cases of wherein the public depend on the Senate, and it turns out to be negative. And so, are you confident, based on the senators that we have now, that they will not allow this to pass, having Musa Dean to be?
I can't speak for the entire Senate. I can only make an appeal to use your conscience in the interest of the people of this country to make a sound decision. But upon that I'm saying, I oppose.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank the